mind and mentality. I grind for the feeling, I'm a real ass nigga. These niggas, they counterfeited. Staying true to my religion, they thinking that I'm a Christian. Mama thinking I'm a villain, but I'm expressing my feelings. Welcome back to the Rich Mentality Podcast. Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back, people. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. As I always state, man, drop in the comments. Let me know what's good. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any new gems, any new things that y'all got to share, man, when it comes to any new books, any new gems, anything that can help somebody get some money. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, everything is great. Everything is good. No music reviews today. I would like to do some next time, but y'all just tune in. Let me know, like, you know, exactly how y'all rock with the music reviews. I wanted to try something a little different. You know what I'm saying? Just try something a little bit different. But other than that, man, everything is smooth. And today's topic, actually, you know, I would like to speak about investing into your mind. Like the importance of investing into your mind. Now, before I get into that, I want to speak about, you know, a young kid, right? Well, as far as I know, he's 16 now, but at the time, you know, he was 10, 11, around that, you know, around those parameters. But I want to speak about this kid, and his name is Romani Wilfred. Was a 11-year-old from London, right? And he took a Mensa test. So the Mensa test is pretty much like an IQ test, right? You pretty much see, you know, how much you know by off of certain questions and stuff like that. So Romani Wilfred, he took that test and he scored a higher IQ than Stephen Hawking, right? Bill Gates and Albert Einstein. Now, as you know, those three individuals are some very intelligent individuals. You know, one is just crazy intelligent. Another one, you know, is an individual who knows how to reach finances, you know, financial literacy. And another one is just a person who is deep into imagination. You know what I'm saying? Like, Albert Einstein is an imagination individual. Like, if I can see it, you know, I can achieve it. He's that type of guy, right? Or if I feel like I can do it, I know I can do it. And he's one of those type of guys. But with that being said, this 11-year-old actually scored higher than these, you know, these grown individuals, right? You know, what he scored was a 162. So, and the other guys, they scored a 160. So with that being stated, as an 11-year-old, you know, this kid scored an 162, you know, score on the IQ on the IQ test. So what that states is that, you know, he has a high IQ. He has a high level of intelligence, you know, in all aspects. He understands and he has genius-like ability at a young age, right? And these are things that it doesn't define who you are, but it says a lot about you. It's like a statement, you know what I'm saying? First impression is the best impression. You go to work one day, you know, and they see you tucked in, clean cut, yada yada. Guess what? That first impression is that's how they're gonna see you. Even if you're not dressed that way, that's how they're gonna see you. Same thing, you know, if you was to come in stinking, bad hygiene, you're not tucked in, you got terrible haircut, whatever the case is. Well, that impression of you, that's what they're gonna see. And it's the same thing with this IQ. You know, when people see this IQ, right, as I stated, it doesn't define you, but it says a lot about you. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people are gonna judge you regardless, right? So that placed him at the top 1% of the population, you know, in UK, right? So that was major for this kid. You know what I'm saying? It was a big thing, you know, for Romani, you know, Wilfred. This is something that's awesome, and a lot of people do not speak about it. But as it goes further, right? So the IQ test, it consisted of a series of exercises that measured short attention span, logical thinking, arithmetic ability, and spatial visualization. You know, so it was among other things as well, but those were like the main key topics that, you know, the IQ actually, you know, went over. He also received an honorary prize from Oxford University, so for a philosophical paper on fairness that he authored at only 10 years old. So he actually authored a paper, you know, on fairness, a philosophical paper on fairness at 10 years old. You know, people don't really understand the greatness that's inside of that. If you are an individual at 10 years old and you're writing papers and you receive an honorary award for it, right? An honorary award,
and you're only 10 years old just for writing, that says a lot about your thinking ability. It says a lot about your mental capacity. It says a lot about you just as an individual, period. And the fact that he had, that award coming from a big institution such as Oxford University states a lot on his mentality, states a lot on, who he is as an individual. So I think that that's something that's very important to shine light on, right? At 16, he was featured on BBC London. So for those who don't know what BBC is, it's a news platform, a media outlet. And they went over all of the things that he did. So with that being said, the fact that he invested into his mind, the fact that he actually took out the time and he studied, he did different things, this is the whole key point, right? This kid is 10 years old at the time, and he scored a high IQ over Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, and Stephen King, right? Not only that, but he also scored a 162. So not only did he get a higher one, but it was literally 2 points higher. It may not seem like a lot, but it actually is. Especially to be 10 years old for other individuals who are grown men. So I thought that was remarkable on his behalf, right? That placed him in the top 1% of his country. So do you know how intelligent and how focused, and just period. It's so many people in the UK. He's in the top 1%. That says a lot about his, his ability, as an individual, just as a kid, period. 16 years old, he actually reached a point of being on the BBC London platform. That was huge in itself. So my main thing is invest in your mind, right? When I say invest in your mind, I mean literally and unliterally. I don't know if that's a word or not, but what I'm saying is that literally invest into your mind. You know what I'm saying? You want to develop in every way, right? You want to develop financially. You want to develop emotionally. You want to develop mentally. You want to develop vocationally. You want to develop physically. So with those 5 things, let's get on financially. Of course, everybody, wants to be successful financially. Everybody wants to be able to buy their mom a home. Everybody wants to be able to buy themselves a home, buy themselves a car, buy themselves, everything that they probably, they want to buy themselves everything that they probably ever wanted, right? And I understand that, but are you putting in the work? Are you reading the right books? Are you surrounding yourself around the right people? Are you sitting at the right tables? Are you having the right conversations, right? To even incline yourself financially. And it all goes back to investing into your mind. I don't mean getting no brain surgery. I don't mean go getting a chip to put in your head. But what I actually mean is invest into your mind. Put something in your mind. Plant a seed in your mind. A seed is something that is able to grow over a period of time. A seed is something that is able to grow over a period of time. So if you got a seed, in your mind, eventually it's going to grow. Now you can have bad seeds and you can have, good seeds. But the good thing about it is a seed is something that's going to grow. So when you put a good seed inside your mind, you're able to have something to look forward to. You have hope. Strategic goals. It's not just only setting a goal and not going after them. You have to put those seeds in your mind, right? And everybody wants to be financially set, but are you putting in the steps to be financially set? And that's that's one of the main goals. And when it comes to being, financially set, you got to invest into your mind the right things. What does that mean? Learn about Forex, learn about crypto, learn about stocks, learn about index funds, learn about anything that can help you, put money in your bank residually and create generational wealth, right? Learn about credit, learn about all these different things. This is only financially, right? Emotionally, you want to gain emotional intelligence, which means you want to understand that whenever you're reacting emotionally, it's not always the best thing, right? You want to become strong in your emotions. You want to be able to maintain your emotions. You don't want to make, I spoke about this in the last podcast, but in correlation, you don't want to make permanent decision from a temporary emotion. And when you control your emotions, you're able to think better. You're able to think clearer. You're not reacting off the first thing that make you mad, the first thing that piss you off. you're understanding how to create your emotions. Not only that, you're understanding how to control your emotions. And not only that, you also understand, the power of having certain things, and the power of understanding how to control certain things. Your emotions is one of the biggest things, that's one of the biggest pieces in your body that's strong, and you got to understand how to control your emotions, right? Emotions is a powerful thing, and I feel that once you invest into your mind, you understand how important controlling those emotions are. Mentally, you want to just put the right things inside your mind. You want to listen to the right things. You want to be around the right people, right? You want to read the right books. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can be caught up reading novels. You know what I'm saying? You can be caught up just reading the wrong things. Not because I even have a romance book that's out, but it's for a certain demographic. But if you're trying to learn how to build a business, then why are you reading romance books? You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to learn how to learn about crypto, why are you reading romance books or mystery books? Put the right information inside your mind, right? And therefore you'll be able to plant a seed and it'll grow. And all you have to do is just nourish it. You nourish it by reading the right things, being around the right people. You know what I'm saying? You want to expand your mental capacity, and that's the only thing I really expound on as I say that. Vocationally, a lot of people don't know what this means, but vocationally means within your career, your job, whatever it is, you want to expand in your job and grow in your job as well. Some people are public successes, right? But they're private failures. And what that means is you're doing good in every other area. You're doing great in every other area. But when it comes to your work, right? When it comes to your work, when it comes to you as an individual, doing your work or your career, you're not happy, right? Like you're not happy. Like you're doing everything right. Your job is paying you, but you're still not happy. And you want to make sure that you're happy in all aspects, right? In all aspects. And just going back to the emotions as well, self-care, self-love. That was one of the things that I wanted to actually add as well. Self-care and self-love. Master that. And that's all part of emotions. How you feel about yourself, right? Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love someone else? If you don't care about yourself, how can you care about someone else? So those are one of the things that are very imperative to understand. And back to vocationally, you want to of course do good in that area, but make sure that you're happy in every other area. Like understand how to balance. You want to understand how the importance of balancing, right? And last but not least, man, physically, a lot of people hit the gym, which is nothing wrong with hitting the gym. Jog, do whatever it takes to make sure that your mind and everything that you learn, is sustaining. You want to make sure that physically your body is in shape. You want to make sure that you're in shape. You want to make sure that you're good. So my main thing is, man, is just understanding that financially, emotionally, mentally, vocationally, as well as physically, you want to be able to expand and grow in all those areas. And the way you do that is invest into your mind. Become more. Read different books, invest in courses, mentors, videos, right? Learn, grow, develop, and study. Learn, grow, develop, and study. And going back to this kid, man, he understood the mission, and he's a regular individual just like you. He's a regular individual just like myself, but he stayed in the books. He stayed studying. He's developing in every way that he can. He's putting himself in, the right positions. He's understanding different words and expanding his vocabulary. Invest into your mind. Invest into your mind. All it takes is time, energy, and effort. Invest into your mind. If you're scrolling on, Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat all day, guess what? You can be rolling. You can be scrolling, on a digital book. If you don't want a physical book, right? Invest into your mind. Read the right books. Get the right courses, right? Get the right mentors. And the only way you'll ever know is if you experience it. it's gonna be times where you like, okay, is this what I'm supposed to invest in? Or I get it, you know. And some people are not gonna tell you. It's just point blank period. Some people are not gonna tell you, and some people, if they do tell you, they're gonna feel like that you owe them a favor just for you getting information. I get it, whatever the case is, but guess what? You got to keep going. If you want to become successful, you got to keep going, and you got to invest into your mindset. The moment you stop learning, it's the moment you stop growing. Whenever you stop growing, you die. And I don't mean literally. I mean in your spirit. Your spirit is dead. There's a lot of walking dead out here. And I don't mean no zombies. I'm talking about like really walking dead. People who don't really understand their worth. People who don't really understand their value. People who don't understand that they have more within them. But had they invested into their mind and decided to learn more, to step into their purpose, to step into their magnificence, then they'll understand that, oh, okay, I got more. Okay, I need to take care of myself financially. Okay, I need to make sure I improve myself emotionally. I need to make sure my mind is right. What am I putting in my mind, right? Physically, let me work out some. Let me get some sweat up off me. Like, just keep investing into yourself, investing into your mind. Because guess what? If the head dead, the body dead. If you don't have a strong mind, you don't got a strong body. And that's the main thing of what I'm saying. Invest into your mind. You know, and I just hope that helps someone out today, man. That was just on my spirit to get it off. Like, invest into your mind. Don't be afraid to invest into it. You know, if you're going to spend $20 on some weed, spend $20 on a book. If you're going to spend $20 on a drink, spend $20 on a book. If you're going to spend, $20 to get inside of a club, spend $20 on a course. You know what I'm saying? Or some courses may be about $100. But guess what? If you get for $20 bags of weed, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? That's $80 right there. You already got $80. What I'm saying is prioritize, manage, prioritize, and manage. Some I feel like some of the individuals, got all their priorities messed up. You got your priorities messed up. But when you invest into your mind, you are investing into your future. When you invest into your mind, you are investing into your future. So be aware, be alive, grow, learn, listen. Be a sponge of knowledge, be a sponge of wisdom, but put yourself in a better situation. If you're in the same position as last year, then you're failing. And I don't mean literally failing, but you have room for improvement. And I don't mean that you gotta have a Bentley. Like you say, I want to have a Bentley or I'm failing. No, it doesn't mean that. What I'm saying is, if you have not put in progression, then yes, you're failing. You're not supposed to stay stagnant. Invest into your mind. That's the main thing, man. I ain't gonna beat y'all over the head with that, but I definitely want to make sure that y'all understand it, right? So on this podcast, we speak about one way to make $1 million. So one way to make $1 million, man, is network marketing. For y'all who don't know what network marketing is, it's a marketing strategy for the sale of products or services, right? And where the revenue of the company is derived from a non-salaried workforce, selling the company's products or services, while the earnings, right, of the participants are derived from a binary compensation commission system, which means the company profit from what the participants make, and the participants profit from what they sell, of the company. So, like, with that being said, whatever product or service that the participants sell, they make money or commission from that, but the company actually, make money from what they make, right? So it's like one of those type of things where you definitely got to catch what you eat. You definitely got to go out there and hustle. You definitely got to go out there and get to it. Like, it's not something that you can just say, I'm gonna just wait for the money to come to me. If this right here, if you're a person who don't really like talking to people, if you're a person who really don't, like going out and getting it, and you kind of like the 9-to-5 type guy, then chances are this is not for you. I'm gonna just be 100%. But if you're a catch, what I eat type of guy, absolutely. You got guys like Rafael Vargas. You got guys like David Imanite. You know, it's a lot of people that's in this particular field, and they're literally millionaires, right? They're literally millionaires. So if you would like, just, you know, dive into it. You know, it's just a different avenue and another way of investing into your mind. So 2 ways that you make money from this particular investment or this particular industry: sales commission and recruiter's commission. So it's sales commission and recruiter's commission. So the sales commission is exactly what you may think it is. You know, you make a commission off of whatever you sell. And then 2 is recruiter's commission. So once you get in, you recruit other individuals or other participants. And as you recruit those individuals, guess what? Whatever they sell, you get a percentage off of that as well. And that's where most of these individuals make a abundance of their money from, because they have like other legs working for them. They got other arms and legs working for them. They got legs that's walking for them, and they got arms that's actually, you know, putting in, you know, the work for them. So with that being said, you want to definitely master both of those streams of income and just, you know, set up your own team into prospering in this business. You would definitely have recruiters that you recruit, and you would definitely have to be a catch what you eat type of individual. And again, this is network marketing, man. So with that being said, I would like to definitely conclude the podcast. And always, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and just having a heart to heart with y'all guys. Whenever you guys tune in, man, just you know, stay tuned in and definitely hit me up. Like, definitely DM me. Let me know if you want longer videos. Let me know if you want particular or specific topic videos. Let me know what type of videos and stuff that y'all would like. Because again, like I said, man, this is a family. It's not, you know, where y'all come. I'm just talking or teaching at you. I actually want us to learn together. I want us to grow together, you know, as individuals. Bring your rich mentality, you know what I'm saying? Of course, always check out the books Fairly Unequal, Rich Mentality, Traumatized by Love, and also 8 Steps to Self-Publishing a Successful Book, right? And before I definitely want to touch on, you know, what I said earlier too about the emotions and emotional intelligence, right? And with the romance book. So I have a romance book, right? But somebody in that is in that particular genre, they're looking for, you know, romance advice. So with that being said, if you just so happen to need, you know, or want emotional advice or emotional intelligence advice, yes, I do have that particular book. But with that being said, I'm just stating that whatever you're trying to do, wherever you're trying to go there. Go to that particular source. You're not going to try to learn how to be a doctor from a mechanic. You're not going to try to be a mechanic from a chef. It just doesn't work that way. With that being said, whichever one of my books resonate with you, cool. And if they don't, hey, I definitely wish you guys the best. But the main thing is, I want y'all to go and invest into your mind. I want you to not only invest into your mind, but apply what you have invested into your mind and teach someone else. Each one teach one, you know. But just to conclude, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is the hub of What the Mind. So keep a rich mentality. Peace.